and in today's video we're going to cover the top key cards, bottom key cards, gypsy peak, and unique ways we can go into the key card ideas so we can make it seem very fair. So that said, let's jump into it. To begin, I guess we could go more into let's start with the little effect. Card can be selected, shown, okay, and I still have the reverse card from the last effect. Hello everyone, Dan from Volvic Magic here. Like and subscribe. And today's video we're going to be covering a little bit on the key card. The top key card ideas, bottom key card ideas, the gypsy peaks, and if it keeps on going with different ideas with the key card, I might put into a second video. So let's just see where we go from here. I'll first start off with a little miniature effect. So we actually have a card selected as I go by. Let's just say there. Okay, I show it to the audience. They learn it, memorize it, and love it. And they can also toss back the card anytime they like. I could just be tossing packets. Let's just say they stop there. Okay, I always show it twice. Good. Okay, and toss it back inside the pack, squaring it on up. Okay, and you could even give it a cut or two, mixing on up, and then we can spray saying it's hopelessly lost inside the pack, so you can see all the cards. I want to be super fair as I do this effect. Okay, so and I could also lend out the cards to be shuffled, and they can be shuffled by a spectator. I'm gonna look. Again, this could really be shuffled by a spectator, not by me. And then when it comes time to reveal the card, you gotta mentally reveal it by your choice, and that means I do have some intel, or you can build it on up in the casual manner, which is always fun. And I look through and I go, where could it be? Let me take one guess. They go, is it the King of Spades? They go, no. Name it out loud. I probably was wrong. And I name it out loud. It was the Jack of Diamonds. And I go, nailed it every time. And that's a cool little idea with the key card being a basis for simple little effects like these. So let's go into the ideas of the key card. So one thing about the key card is it has multiple uses to it, assuming that the cards are not shuffled after the key card is made or put back, or no triple cuts. And I'll get into the triple cuts in a sec. So the key card idea is that you memorize the top or bottom card. This can be done a couple of different ways. From the bottom, you can revolve, you can have it in your hand. You can be talking to spectators as you receive the deck and just casually peek the bottom card. Just make a note of it. Don't be staring like this, oh my gosh, no. We just casually make note of it, and I know it's the Four of Spades. Or, let's say again, Ace of Clubs, and I'm not even making a big deal of it. So, another way is you can use it, revolve it end for end. Again, if you want to learn some more of these techniques and the bases, I recommend Robert Giobbe's Card College. And I will recommend all throughout because a lot of the basics are in there, and it's a fundamentals to be able to doing really good card tricks and entertaining. So middle finger and thumb are right here, okay? And then we turn the deck down like so. So middle finger and thumb. This is the most rudimentary version of it. The other fingers coalesce to make it seem more natural. And this is something bridge players do a lot, or so I've heard. Middle finger and thumb. Rotate the deck towards the audience, downwards, like so. And then the other hand grips it, middle finger and thumb, end for end. Other fingers coalesce, like so. And so you see like this, like forward. So going forward. Just taking the deck and just revolving it, like so. And what does this do? Well, this allows you to peek the bottom card very casually. So if you notice, the deck will be revolving towards you, and you got it. So let's say I go for a random card. I don't know what it is. Okay, and all I do is I revolve it once. I know it's Four of Diamonds, very casually, as I seemingly am looking toward the audience. So that's one way to do it. There you go. And those are a couple ways to get the bottom key card. And then going into the actual effect, a card spread, card selected, cards put back, and in just a bit we're going to cover the top key card. We not forgetting about that either. Don't worry. We show it. We can have the card put back. We can have it simply cut the pack in half, the top pack in half, place it there. They put it back. key card, just throw it on top. And now your key card is above the actual selection. So if we spread it out, in this case it was 4 diamonds, I know it was the 6 of spades. Okay? Very simple. So in this case, and then for the gypsy, and that was part of the gypsy peak, I might as well describe it. So after the cards are cut, cut and completed, you can do that. One thing I should also mention, and I'm going to go back in time a little bit, so let's say 6 spades, since we already know that. What this makes it interesting is that we can actually cut, because we know the key card's on bottom, we can cut off little small packets off the top, and they can just drop it in whenever they like. You just tell them when to stop. They say stop. They can toss their card in there, and then throw the rest of the cards on top, getting you in the same position. And so then then you could also have it cut in half. You mention like this. This is the only way I've had actual success mentioning it. And if you want, you can cut the packet in half and complete the cut. And you can demonstrate like that. Because if you don't, if you just say, and you can cut the cards, people will do a triple cut. And I swear to you, almost 90 to 100% of the time, that they will somehow, spectators are so weird, they can cut at that key card and then throw off the whole trick, because now your key card's somewhere else, not the actual selection, throwing off the entire trick. So do not say cut the cards in half, complete the cut, or just mention like cut the pack right here and complete the cut. You can do that a couple times to mix the cards. And they say, oh, okay. And because we don't want to do shuffles, because if one card gets between the shuffle of the key card and the actual selection, you're done. The trick's over, okay? You can't do it. So that's how I mention it. If you really want to urge fairness, they can do that. It's not even necessary. But it can be allowed after you do the gypsy peak, which is a huge upside. So if we spread the cards like so, we can say, and the cards hopelessly lost inside the pack, you're spraying out the cards. Not trying to make it too obvious, you're searching for the key card, but in the trick performance, it really was sticky and got stuck. I couldn't even find the card. So that was a little bit longer than usual, but usually it's just really brief, like so. And the cards are fair. You want to spread them so that, and I covered this in section 1 of my series of how to do card spreads. So you get an even spread, so you can just say, and the card's hopelessly lost inside the pack. We know 4 diamonds right here. We see a 6 of spades. Now we know the card's 6 of spades. Now we are at relief. We don't have to worry, because no matter what, we know what the card is. So even in the worst case scenario, we can mentally define the card. So then we keep on going and show everything's fair. So we don't stop here, because otherwise it would make it seem that we know their card. Not the greatest thing in the world. So we just keep on going, going, and we're set. And then we say, okay, and see the cards are mixed up. You can do this, and then square up the cards, or you can just square up the cards, doesn't matter. Hand out the deck to be shuffled. And then after all that shuffling, shuffle, you can just spread on through. And you can do it multiple ways. You can maybe mentally define it and say, you're thinking of one card. I'm guessing it was like, you can even go opposite of what they're thinking. So in this case, 6 spades, we can match a red card. You could do this one gag I saw Nathan Gibson do, and I'll give him credit for this one. I don't know where to credit it from, but I saw Nathan Gibson do it. I'm getting premonition. It was like a red card. It was like a really, really red card. Yes? And they go, no. And it's just such a funny gag to do. It's just like, oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to take a random guess, and then you can drop it down. You can do a myriad of different effects, learn through Card College or different areas of revelations. Great place to go with that, assuming you have, you've peeked the card and you can go anywhere you want with it, would be Daryl's Revelations, because you could just control the card to whatever position and then do the effect because you're so far ahead. Spectators think it's so fair, and it's great. So that is the Gypsy Peak, and however you go about it. Now, continuing, let's say, so we covered so far the bottom key card. We covered the Gypsy Peak, which is very, very useful, and even I use it. It's just so great. If you want to make it less full of slights and you got someone burning you, I openly switch to to self-working card tricks or semi-automatics, and that's what throws off hecklers. So I should probably make a video on that. That's important. I'll probably make a bigger statement on that. So for top card key cards, I didn't forget top card key cards. Let's make it easy. Ace of Spades. Okay, we'll use Ace of Spades as a key card. In a similar way, you're imagining, well, it's the same thing. Well, there's some different ideas you can use with it. So what you can do is you can, and Vernon used it, I believe in his Book of Chronicles, he used it in a particular effect where he used the top card because he didn't want people thinking of the bottom card, you know, being a key card or something. He openly mentioned it. So there's credit there. So one way you can do it is say you want the spectators, I don't want you to think I'm using any, you know, trick cards or anything, so we only use half the pack. A card can be selected, okay, memorized, whatever, and placed on top, and then cut the pack. And now you've got your Ace of Spades below the selection, so if you spread it, you know it's the 4 diamonds in this case. So similar way, you can use it just as the same. You could use it basically just the same as the key card, but instead of searching for the card below the key card, you search for it above. And you could also just have the cards mixed. They could choose whichever pile. And then here's where it gets fun. You could do a double key card in case you want real freedom. So, you know, you memorize top bottom cards, 10 diamonds and Ace of Spades. You could have the pack cut in half, and they can take whichever packet they want. And then you could do the trick and then combine shuffling after doing the gypsy peek. So let's say they select one. I'll show you what I mean. They select one, they choose this packet. Okay, they put it back. Again, I show it twice. They cut the packet. Okay, and I say your card can be anywhere inside of here. You can see it, yes. Okay, I know what the card is. They can shuffle it. I say you can shuffle them. They shuffle it, and then as much as they want, and then you can just reveal it. And so for the basics, I guess this will be like a part 1 of this series of the section of key cards, just the basics, because I do want to cover some in the next vid, some tricks with it. I got like 2 or 3 tricks I wanted to cover, my own ideas and details I did want to throw in there, and I'm really excited about them because I used it to fool CEOs in big places. I can't say where, but I fooled some really big CEOs with just a simple, basic, almost semi-automatic card tricks, and they're just fun. So key cards do have their place, no matter, even if it seems so rudimentary now, like I've learned bigger sleights. They still have their place, especially with hecklers. And I will say this endlessly, it has a place with hecklers, because hecklers will burn your moves, but what if there's no moves to burn? They got nowhere to go. Except just get frustrated with the card tricks, which is fun. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. I'm Dan, and see you in the next one very shortly.